It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to the Science Bowl, the second of our 2 middle school semifinal games as we get closer and closer to the middle school championship match. One of the 2 schools playing today will be matched against Kenmore to take home this year's crown. Let's meet the teams right now. First, let's go to the team from Robert Goddard Montessori. Say hello to Sylvie. Sylvie, nice to have you back with us today. Great player. Sam is the captain of the team. Hey, Sam. And Teddy's with us. Teddy, another great player. Another green team over there. Equally talented. Say hello to Charlene. Charlene is back. Rahel is with us too. Excellent player, as is Melissa. Melissa, nice to have you here representing Thomas Johnson. If you're new to our program, we have categories of questions. 6 of them. Let's tell you about them.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's science potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
And here on the Science Bowl, we arrange our game board according to question difficulty, with easier questions worth 5 and 10 points on the left, tougher ones worth 15, 20, and ultimately 25, the toughest of them all. Both of our teams start out at 50 points apiece. No penalties for incorrect answers. The end of the 2 rounds today. One of these 2 outstanding schools, Robert Goddard or Thomas Johnson, as we were saying at the top of the show, will come back to play Kenmore for this year's middle school championship. Lots at stake today. Play along with us today. See if you can keep up with these wonderful kids. Let's go over and check those lights and the buzzers. Go the red team. Sam. All right, it looks and sounds good. Good luck to you, Sylvie, and to Teddy. And Charlene, how about the green team? Also A-OK. Good luck to you, to Melissa, and to Rahel. Congratulations, guys, for making it to this point in the competition. We're all cheering for both of you. Let's play the game. We go alphabetically R before T, so Robert Goddard and Sam, let's play the bowl.
Science potpourri for 15.
Potpourri for 15 points to start our game today is... There are several kinds of salamanders that have abandoned pulmonary respiration, literally losing these body organs over millions of years.
Gills?
Thomas Johnson.
Gills?
Not gills. Good try. There are several kinds of salamanders that have abandoned pulmonary respiration, literally losing these body organs over millions of years and now relying entirely on absorbing oxygen through the skin.
Lungs?
The lungs, yeah. I can see where you were going with that, though. Good try. First points go to Robert Goddard. Go, Sam.
Green things for 15.
Green, 15 points. Plants can't talk. But the Marvel Comics character Groot, a tree-like creature, does talk but unintelligibly because he and other members of his species have this L-additional part of their body, otherwise known as the voice box.
Larynx.
Yes, Robert Goddard.
The larynx. The larynx?
The larynx, yes. It's kind of hard and inflexible, so he can't really make any intelligible sounds. Thank you, Teddy, for your help. Go, Red.
Zoo parade for 15.
Zoo for 15 points. While it's not comfortable to think about, our faces are covered with tiny mites, M-I-T-E-S, that are related to arachnids like spiders, meaning they have how many legs? Robert Goddard?
8 legs?
8 legs, yeah, as opposed to the 6 that insects have. Kind of creepy. Better not to know that they're there. Go, Red. Good answer.
Dateline for 15.
Dateline, 15 points. Listen carefully. Since the COVID-19 virus was transmitted from an animal to humans, it was known as a spillover. Thomas Johnson has rung in. Maybe they have anticipated where I'm going on this. Charlene, what do you want to tell me? What you got?
It comes from its.
Let me finish the question for Robert Goddard. Robert Goddard, since the COVID-19 virus was transmitted from an animal to humans, it was known as a spillover infection. Now, a virus causing this animal-named disease is moving from humans to animals, a spillback infection. Goddard?
Is it monkeypox or is it swine flu?
Sam, what you got?
Okay, swine flu?
Monkeypox. Monkeypox was the answer there. Try again, please. Red. 95 to 50. Sam, your advantage.
Let's get physical for 15.
Physical for 15 points. Multiple choice. It's been found that adult seals can evade being captured by great white sharks by detecting a change in the water's salinity, temperature, or pressure as the shark gets closer. Robert Goddard.
The pressure?
Pressure, yeah, it can feel that change of the water pressure as that shark gets closer and it takes evasive action. Smart move. Saves its life. Go red.
Body systems for 10.
Body, 10 points. If you have rhinotelexomania, you risk putting staph and strep bacteria into your body because that means you are a compulsive picker of your what?
Nose.
Your nose, that's right. Picking one's nose. I read something, this is kind of gross, that some people eat what they pick and it's supposed to be healthy for you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Nice answer. Go green. Charlene.
Body systems for 15.
Body systems for 15 points. Here we go. Using material from the skin of a pig, scientists have been able to bioengineer this eye structure, so the so-called window of the eye. So, yes, Robert Goddard.
The cornea?
The cornea is right, absolutely. The same structure you can donate for transplantation after you have passed away. Go red.
Green things for 10.
Green, 10 points. The belief that if you keep moving, you'll be fine is often expressed by the saying, a rolling stone gathers no what plant? Moss. Thomas Johnson.
Moss.
Moss is right. Thank you, Rahel. Yes, which grows on the north side of trees. Come on, Thomas Johnson. Let's go.
Green things for 20.
Green things, 20 points. Cut flowers. We love to get them. They're very beautiful in a vase. But a gray mold fungus that's found on them releases these reproductive units that can infect nearby flowers. Robert Goddard.
Spores?
Spores, yeah, those spores get on those other flowers, causes them to wither prematurely. Well done. Go red. Good answer.
Science potpourri for 10.
Potpourri, 10 points. Sharks are under a number of threats, including ocean water mixing with too much of this atmospheric gas that turns into, yes, Robert Goddard. You may answer.
Carbon dioxide?
Carbon dioxide is right. Yes, it forms carbonic acid, H2CO3. Nice answer. Thank you, Teddy, on that. We come to the end of the first round. 155 for Robert Goddard, 70 for Thomas Johnson. Lots of points to give away. We'll be back with more Science Bowl in this semifinal in just a moment. Nice to have you here today at this semifinal match. Yeah, it's tough keeping up with these young people. They hardly miss a question, as you have noticed. They've been here before, twice. They're here in this semifinal match because of their skill. If you haven't met them before on the show, if you haven't watched this before, let's introduce them to you now. Let's go over to Robert Goddard and find out about our players here. Let's go to the captain, Sam. Sam, you know an awful lot about science. Tell us how you come by all the knowledge.
I think it's just a lot of just watching shows about science when I was younger, like NOVA is a really good one. And also watching old Science Bowl videos.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Yeah, we've been around for a long time, and I hope you find those videos instructive and that they help prepare you for today. I like your shirts over there. What does it say? What's the logo?
It's our school's logo, so it has our name and then a rocket, which is our mascot.
Wonderful. Tell us about Robert Goddard. Who's your principal there?
Our principal is Miss Womack.
Absolutely. And who's the coach of your team?
We have Miss Dupre and Miss Powell.
And boy, do they do a great job. As I was telling you earlier, you won the county championship in 2021, so your coaches have really done a great job. Alternates on your team?
We have Lydia and Ann.
And we'll bring them out in just a few moments here. And one of the things about Robert Goddard you like to brag about?
There's only 90 or so kids in middle school, so it's not like really big middle schools where you see people that you've never seen before. You really get to know everybody.
Boy, that's interesting. Yeah, no one likes to be anonymous. And if you're in a really big place, sometimes you feel like you're lost in the crowd. So 90 students, yeah, that's a nice, manageable number. Thanks for sharing that with us. What do you want to do someday, Sam, before I leave you?
I want to be a software developer or a code engineer because I really like both of those fields.
So you'll be successful at that, I can just tell. Nice to have you back. Sylvie, nice to have you back again. You come with a lot of energy here. Are you having a good time?
Yes.
Yeah, I can see that. You want to be an artist one day, yeah? Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes. And you've been on our show before. You like to draw, and it makes sense since you want to be an artist. And you make origami. And I was asking you last time, I think, what you made that was the most intricate origami sculpture.
Let's see. I don't know.
I've seen some, I think, even Legos. People can make these intricate things with Legos, and origami is the same kind of thing. You're a very creative person. Teddy, nice to have you back. Very few of our questions throw you. You're listening to all my clues. You play the game so well. You want to go to Roosevelt High School someday?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they'll be lucky to get you. You want to get into the tech field. And you like to do animation.
Yeah, I've been playing around with it for the past couple of years.
Yeah, animation is big. And it used to be it was just Disney and then Pixar, and then it has just exploded after that. You'd be a good addition to that profession. Thomas Johnson, nice to have you here. Charlene, tell us the TJ story. Who's your principal over there?
Our principal is Dr. Campbell, and she's here with us right now.
Yes, wonderful. Is she a new principal?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you were telling me about her last time. And who's the coach of your team?
The coach of our team is Ms. Yabez, and right now we have Ms. Meritiaga.
Wonderful. Yeah, the coaches make all the difference, don't they? They're there, and they're giving you such good advice. They obviously have given you good advice, so you wouldn't be here in this semifinal game. Any alternates on your team? I don't think you do.
No.
Boy, they said, we got 3 great students. We don't need anybody anymore. So you're doing a great job here. What do you like about the school there, Charlene?
So what I like about the school is the PBIS events. Like recently, we had like a prep rally for like drugs and staying drug-free.
Very nice, very nice. I like it. Thank you for sharing that with me. Tell me about yourself. What do you want to do someday?
I want to be a Supreme Court justice. Supreme Court justice, and I want to like major in entertainment law, stuff like that.
Supreme Court justice. The Supreme Court is much in the news now because we can find out what 9 people can do and how they can change the direction of the country here. So we need someone who is concerned about the country as a whole. And you've got a very good head on your shoulders, and I like your poise. I can see you in those robes one day, Charlene. You keep at it. Rahel, nice to have you with us today. You're an excellent student, a good player on this program. How do you know so much of your science?
Well, a lot of it is thanks to Ms. Martiaga. I'm not in her class anymore, but she was a really great teacher, and I also watch your Science Bowl videos and do a little bit of research on my own.
Yeah. Well, I can tell. You're doing all the right things. Aspirations. Someday, what are you going to be, Rahel?
I want to work in information technology. I really like learning about laptops and computers and stuff.
Yeah, information. You're obviously good at processing information right now because you're able to. I like how you parse these questions, and I can see the light bulb go on, and you're a competitor, and you're doing a great job here today. Melissa, nice to have you with us today. Tell us about Melissa.
I like to cook, and I also like drawing, which really goes together because I also want to start like a cafe or something, so I draw like things that I want to put on the menu and stuff.
Absolutely. We were talking about your possible cooking career, and I was asking you what you like to make. Share that again with us. What do you like?
I also tried a funnel cake recipe, a chocolate funnel cake.
Yeah, and cooking is chemistry and physics, and it's kind of a STEAM occupation. There was a woman on 60 Minutes, Ina Garden, who writes all these wonderful cookbooks, and she was showing how simple it can be, but you have to use good ingredients. You can't cut corners. You probably know that already. All right, let's get back into our game. It is 70 points for Thomas Johnson, 155 for Robert Goddard. Last correct answer came from the red team. Lots of points to give away. Where to, Sam?
Mine's potpourri for 20.
Potpourri for 20 points, multiple choice. DDT is a powerful insecticide that is now banned in the United States. DEET is another powerful chemical that is available and that you should use because it is a good disinfectant, a good antibiotic, or a good repellent.
It's a repellent.
Robert Goddard.
A repellent.
A repellent, yes. When you get insect spray. One of our judges here spent her career killing insects to keep them away. DEET, D-E-E-T, in the can is one of the things that will keep those skeeters away from you. Good. Red.
Dateline for 10.
Dateline for 10 points is a visual question. Look at the picture on the monitor in the studio, if you would, teams. This historical flag, called the Gadsden flag, features a rattlesnake. This was part of the American Revolution, a symbol of American resistance. What T initial kind of rattlesnake is this? Named because it usually lives inside fallen logs. Thomas Johnson.
What T initial? Tunnels.
Lives in where? Fallen logs.
Tunnel.
What you got, girls?
Tunnel.
What's that?
Tunnel.
Not tunnel. Good try. What T initial kind of rattlesnake is this? Don't tread on me. Named because it lives in hollow logs.
A tree snake?
A what?
A tree snake?
No, a timber rattlesnake. A timber rattlesnake. Let's try again, please, with red.
Let's get physical for 10.
Physical for 10 points. Comets and asteroids are similar, but made of different components. A comet is made of gas, ice, and dust, while asteroids are made entirely of this. Robert Goddard.
Rock?
They're just rocks. They're just big rocks out there. You got it right. Good. Go red.
Zoo parade for 10.
Zoo parade for 10 points. Let's look at another picture. These gnus, G-N-U-S, the G is silent, that migrate across Africa's Serengeti plains in huge numbers and famously trampled poor Mufasa in The Lion King are better known as these. Thomas Johnson.
Water buffalo?
Wait.
Rahel.
Water buffalo?
Not water buffalo. Good try. Robert Goddard, those gnus are better known as what?
I nominate Teddy to say it.
Teddy.
Wildebeest.
Wildebeest. Yeah, that is a wildebeest. Yes, indeed. Good. Go.
Zoo parade for 5.
Zoo parade for 5 points. Listen carefully. It's kind of confusing. Even larger than a walrus is this other semi-aquatic mammal, a seal that is named for the world's largest land mammal. Red.
Elephant seal?
The elephant seal. Yeah, the world's largest land mammal is the elephant, so they call this seal the elephant seal. Absolutely right. Good. Red.
Let's get physical for 5.
Physical for 5 points. 2-part answer. Cans and foil wrap used to be made of this chemical element with the symbol S small n.
Tin.
Okay, and give me, I said it was a 2-part.
Tin and aluminum?
Okay.
Cans and a foil wrap used to be
Tin
made
and
of this
aluminum.
chemical element with the symbol SN.
Tin and aluminum.
Tin and aluminum, exactly right. Yes, today it is AL. Thank you. I knew you knew that. Good. Go green.
For 20. Body systems for 20. Body systems for 20.
Body systems for 10 points.
20.
20. Multiple choice. If your ears won't stop ringing, it's maddening. It's an irritation. The condition is known as glaucoma, diverticulitis, or tinnitus.
Tinnitus?
Tinnitus.
Tinnitus is right, or pronounced tinnitus. Good. Go again. TJ.
Zoo parade for 20.
Zoo parade for 20 points. Tiny pumpkin frogs are comical to watch because when they jump, they lose control of themselves in midair and always make a bad landing. Scientists think it's because they're so small. And the frogs lack these canals that are found in... Yes, Robert Goddard.
Ear canals?
More specifically?
The ability to balance, like, inner fluid.
Not quite there. Thomas Johnson, you can get yourself 20 points if you can tell me what these tiny pumpkin frogs who just can't seem to get it together because they lose their control and they tumble and make bad landings. We think it's because in their ear they're lacking these canals.
Rahel.
Tympanic eardrum, the tympanic membrane in their ears that helps them balance out, or the cochlear.
You're both very close. There are canals in there. They're called semicircular canals, and the fluid that moves in there helps you to maintain your balance. Okay, no points that time. Go again. Red. Go ahead, Sam.
Oh.
Is that correct, teams? Is it the red team? Okay.
Science potpourri for 5.
Potpourri, 5 points. Teams, your question. The BF in BFF stands for best friend. Best friends forever. Best friends can also be called best buds. Also, buds are these body parts associated with? Yes. Robert Goddard. What you got?
Flowers?
Nope. Robert Johnson. BFF, best friends forever. Best friends can also be called best buds, which also names these body parts associated with a sense organ.
Rahel.
Earbuds? Earbuds?
Not earbuds. Taste buds. Taste buds. That's the sense. Yeah. Earbuds are artificial. Yeah. Otherwise, I like the answer. Go again, please. Red.
Dateline for 5.
Dateline for 5 points. This famous physicist, now deceased, once wrote, "Although I cannot move and I have to speak through a computer in..." Yes, Robert Goddard.
What's his name? Stephen Hawking.
Thomas Johnson, talk among yourselves in case I have to come to you.
Stephen Hawking?
Stephen Hawking is right, yes. Judges, was that correct? Stephen Hawking, yes. All right. "Although I cannot move and I have to speak through a computer in my mind, I am free." So said Stephen Hawking. Go, Red.
Dateline science for 20.
Dateline, 20 points. When testing vaccines to fight the coronavirus, some of the people in the experiment were given the vaccine, while others are given one of these
Placebo. Yeah, the placebo. The placebo.
A placebo, right. It is a fake used as a control. Absolutely right. All right. All right, we're done. We have a lot of high-value questions left. We have a couple 5-pointers. Red, go.
Dateline for 25.
Dateline for 25 points. The CHIPS acronym in the CHIPS and Science Act, recently signed into law by President Biden, stands for C, creating, H, helpful, I, incentives to produce, P, these S initial chips that are so vital.
Silicon chips.
Robert Goddard.
Like silicon chips. No idea. Semiconductors. Semiconductors?
Not semiconductors, absolutely right. Semiconducting chips. 25 more points. Go.
Let's get physical for 20.
Physical for 20 points. Multiple choice. Tornado chasers often don't know the exact strength of the tornado, which is only measured afterwards based on the amount of damage. It is then given a number on the Fujita scale, the Saffir-Simpson scale, or the Richter scale. Thomas Johnson.
Rahel.
The Saffir-Simpson scale?
Not the Saffir-Simpson. Tornadoes are rated on the Fujita, the Saffir-Simpson, or the Richter scales.
I nominate Sylvie to say it.
Sylvie?
Fujita scale? The Fujita?
I can't hear what she's saying.
The Fujita
Fujita,
scale?
absolutely right. Yes, indeed. You get yourself 20 points. Go.
Science potpourri for 25.
Potpourri for 25. Big one in that category. Fire responders are now, first responders are now teaching ordinary citizens, especially students, the effectiveness of this tight bandage that can stop the flow of blood. Robert Goddard.
A tourniquet?
A tourniquet, absolutely right. Person bleeding heavily, you want to tie something there to cut off that artery so that you don't bleed to death, which can happen very quickly. A tourniquet, absolutely right. Important first aid. Go again.
Let's get physical for 25.
You said what?
Let's get physical for 25.
Let's get physical for 25 points. The two most common single-use batteries are the lithium variety used in your iPhones and your iPads, and this A-initialed variety.
Alkyne batteries?
Say it.
Alkyne batteries?
We're going to give that to you, yes. Alkaline or alkaline? Alkaline, yes. You were saying it, this pronunciation was off, but we're going to give you those that we will credit you with that. The buzzer says our game is over, and it looks like Robert Goddard has done it, and we'll be moving on. We'll be back with more of Science Bowl in just a moment. Don't go away. Welcome back to Science Bowl. Well, there were a lot of tough questions, but we had tough competitors here today. We're proud of everybody. Our final tally today, Robert Goddard, 320. Thomas Johnson, 95. Robert Goddard, congratulations. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Virtuoso performance today. Sylvie and Sam and Teddy, we're going to see you guys against Kenmore in the championship match. before we leave you, would you be good enough to introduce all those wonderful people behind you?
So I have my coach, Mr. Prey, and then we've got our alternates, Lidja and Ann, and then we have our other coach, Miss Powell.
Wonderful. And you introduced your coach, yes?
Yes.
Wonderful. Yeah, we couldn't do this without her. Thank you, Soshan, for being here. Charlene, let's have a nice round of applause for that Thomas Johnson team. They're here in the semifinals, not for nothing. These are outstanding young ladies over there. Charlene, tell us who's back there.
This is Dr. Campbell, our principal, and these are our coach, Miss Yabez and Miss Merdiaga.
Thank you all for being here. Ms. Yabez, thank you for doing this all the time. You really you put a lot of work into this, I know, and I see you're advertising the Jaguars over there. Thank you for advertising. Yes, indeed. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you next time in the championship match. It will be Robert Goddard versus Kenmore for the middle school crown. Hope to see you then. I'm Dave Zarin. Bye-bye.